Jack Thunder and the Fragments of Anima. Book 5. Fire. Chapter 11. The Key to Salvation. Grimhide laid his head down. It was finally over. "Mr. Grimhide, are you alright?" Grimhide's eyes snapped open. In his left eye, he could see a storm gremlin with a sunburned face and a mango-colored jumpsuit. Goliath and Gilgamesh took their places at each of his sides. His sky-blue eyes stared into Grimhide's own. "Oh, sorry, I didn't introduce myself. I'm Terry. You didn't see me because I was out sick when they went down there the first time." "Sick?" "Yeah, I ran into one of those bubbles that was coming from the mountain and got poisoned. Kirami healed me with the sword." His expression changed to one of concern. "Did it heal you too?" Grimhide sighed in affirmation, closing his eyes. "I'll be fine. Just a bit tired is all." "I think it would be best if we spent the day with you," Altairia chimed in, stepping forward. "Seems like that Nemesis did quite a number on you." "Yeah, I know. I remember when Jack got that Wendigo out of me, I still felt like I was gonna throw up. He and San took me to the lay spot on Tempest Island and that really helped though." "That's fine, Terry. You don't need to take me to a lay spa. Mount Inferno still needs someone to guard it." "It'll be fine," Altairia reassured the storm gremlin. "Grimhide doesn't go down easily." The rest of the day went by pretty slowly. Altairia and Buckthorn spent the day tending to Grimhide's wounds. Altairia even showed the siren a few tricks for making potions. Razor had made a new friend. He and Ruby were probably still prancing around Altairia's trailer. They all felt a little guilty about Grimhide's ordeal, but the dragon was honestly just relieved to be rid of Nemesis' influence. Nemesis. What had been up with Nemesis anyway? As Buckthorn gathered herbs in the jungle of the Wise Serpent, she couldn't help but wonder. She remembered how ruthless the Wendigo general had been back in Yggdrasil's Grove in the Emerald Woodland. Heck, even before that at the Dark Carnival and in the Turquoise Archipelago. This time around, Nemesis hadn't even shown its face. Not until it was defeated. It dawned on her. Nemesis was scared. With every fragment found, Nemesis stood less of a chance. And it knew this. And now there was only one fragment of Anima left. The fragment of light. A broadsword known as Excalibur, one fashioned by the mythical demigod of youth Pure Eternus, powered by their holy magic. It was a special story. Pure Eternus had every reason to stay in the Grotto of the Young, sheltered from the war, yet they willingly chose to give up their innocence for a greater cause, and in the end it proved to be worth the sacrifice. As Buckthorn gathered the herbs she needed for her potion, she thought about the story. Out of all the backstories of the 6 champions of Alterus, the one of the Light Champion was the one that really stuck with her. Even Mallow the Maelstrom story, as tragic and compelling as it was, didn't hold up to that of Pure Eternus in her mind. "Okay, looks like I've got everything. Now which way is back?" The reef siren turned around and made her way back up towards the huge mountain in the distance. She could think more about the light fragment later. Right now, she needed to get these herbs to Altairia. That night was peaceful. Everyone had fallen fast asleep to the sound of cicadas chirping and a blanket of stars overhead. All except one storm gremlin. Jack Thunder couldn't sleep, especially not with Terry Paradise snoring just a few feet away. His mind was too busy. He took to flipping through a spellbook he'd found in Altairia's trailer by the light of the moon to fight his insomnia. It didn't seem to be helping. Every page he read spun his head more. All of a sudden, he landed on a page with a spell he'd never seen before. It was called Heaven's Transformation. He read on. Heaven's Transformation is the most powerful undifferentiated anima spell that exists. It is the only spell with the power to permanently transform a Wendigo. Jack Thunder's heart leapt into his throat. If what he was reading was true, This spell he found could stop the Heart of Darkness from ever menacing Altars again. All he needed to do was recite the incantation and... Wait a minute. There was a lot more to it than that. The book said that there were 3 things needed for the spell to work. The first was spell power. With all the fragments of Anima together, the Storm Gremlin could manage that. It was the other 2 he was worried about. The Heart of Darkness would have to hate its condition enough to willingly surrender all its ill-gotten anima. As far as he'd gotten on this journey, Jack Thunder still had no idea what the Heart of Darkness was really like. It had always sent Nemesis out to do its bidding. Furthermore, he and the others would have to have enough compassion to believe that the Heart of Darkness could even change. He was worried about all of them, but mostly about Snotter. She was the one who had yelled at him to just banish Nemesis when the Wendigo General surrendered. She would probably just see the Heart of Darkness as a monster that needed to be vanquished and nothing else. Of course, he wasn't too sure if even he would feel anything more than contempt for the Heart either. What are you reading there? Jack Thunder jerked out of his thoughts. He turned his gaze upward to meet a red fox face. Altairia was standing over him. Oh, I didn't see you there. I was just reading the spellbook I found in the trailer. I found something in it that I think will really help us. What did you find? Altairia sat down next to Jack Thunder. This right here, Jack Thunder pointed to the page. It's called Heaven's Transformation. At the mention of the spell's name, Altairia's eyes glinted with recognition. Heaven's Transformation? That's a very powerful spell. Yeah, I know. Looks like a nightmare to use, too. Jack Thunder's antennae drooped. Magic that powerful usually is. The question is, are you willing to take a chance on it? Jack Thunder thought about it. If the spell worked, he and the others would usher in a new golden era, one where Wendigos never laid waste to altars or any other world ever again. He would go down as one of the greatest heroes in history. His mother and father would be proud of him. His expression turned to one of determination. Absolutely.